Good morning, everybody. It is Wanda here this morning with today's tarot. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Those of you who are hopping on from all the parts of the US, the UK, welcome everybody. Hi, Shirley. Hi, Marilyn. How are you? Welcome everybody from the UK. I think I said the UK and all parts of Australia. I think I said that too. And what have I left out? Asia, wherever you are in the world, in Europe, hopping on right now, and whatever time zone you are in, welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you all this morning? It's a beautiful, warm, sunny day in Sydney in March. It doesn't really feel like we're experiencing now our, hi Irina, darling, how are you? Hi Joni, welcome Kim. Welcome. Mary, welcome, darling. Nice to see you. I hope you stay on. What was I talking about? Oh, now, in the Australians who are hopping on right now, I don't know what your weather is like, but it's certainly very warm weather for our autumn. Holy moly. I think I've only had a jacket on for, I think, 24 hours, but I've been now in my summer clothes. So how are you? Today I'm hoping to bring a really great card to you, and it's something that's very, very important to my heart, and this is what it is. And I make the same mistake myself by looking outside myself for the answer. And I'm just looking at my hair here. Holy gosh. Sorry, guys. I've got all these things happening. Must be my energy this morning. Okay, so we tend to look outside ourselves for answers, right? And I think that's one of the reasons why people come to a tarot reader, or the old idea about tarot reading that by doing the cards that will help set your life in stone. And in the past, I used to have people who come to me, should I marry this guy? Should I be with that person? Should I change my job? What's going to happen to me? And the first thing that I would say in a tarot reading is, look, you are the master of your own destiny. And I suppose I don't look at myself so much as a psychic reader, even though I am that and I get these feelings. It's more about really me tapping into your energy and being able to help you make those decisions for yourself. So in one way, I suppose I'm like a combination of a coach, of a psychologist, a therapist, all in the one, but I'm using my intuition to help guide you. I don't actually need to use the cards, because there are moments when I can be listening to what you're saying and straight away I'll get a vibe about that and I'll know the answer for you. Straight up, it's a gift that I have. I can even look at your writing and determine what's going on in between the lines. I can even look at a painting or a drawing that you have done on your own. And just by looking at that, I know exactly what's going on. So it's something that I've always had, and I'm harnessing that right now. So I will never take a person's power away from anyone in a reading, or make it look like I'm the end all and be all answer and this is what you have to do, and if you don't do it, you're going to have a problem, because that is fear-based, isn't it, guys? And I'm not into fear. I'm into empowerment. I'm into giving you the answers that you need. So even though I've got all the bookings for March, I'm going to open now April sometime today. So be in touch with that if you're interested in, if you need guidance, if you need to shuffle something forward and backwards, then I'm a really good sounding board for that. Using my natural intuition to help you to the next step. And that is not asking the answers outside yourself, because sometimes it's difficult and you sit with you and still wondering, but that is something, I think, a practice that we all need to embrace, and the practice of embracing our own true essence and trusting that trusting your own soul. And very often, you know, when women are really good at that, they talk to their friends and then they sort of realize, you know, it's only when we get into that mucky headspace that we get stuck. And I know for sure that that has happened a lot to me. And I remember a lot of years ago when my father was struggling, and I was sort of a bit stuck, and he said to me, why don't you go to a psychic reader? And I ended up going to a French psychic reader who just blew my brains away with what she knew about me just sitting with her. And so I know the power of working with somebody who is highly intuitive, more so than what you realize, because we tend to get stuck in our loopy world of the mind. Okay, and so when we know that those answers are within us, if we know that they're not in our head, they're in your body. That's because they're in the subconscious, and it's always this tag game between our mind and our inner selves, and that is where we're coming. I'm so glad that this is happening in our world right now, that we can actually tap into that source, that all-knowing. You know, it'll probably make my job obsolete at one point, you know, but you joining on right now, because it's the energy of it, and you're hopping on right now for the answer. So very quickly, have an intention in your mind. What is it that you would like clarity on? I'm going to show you how this works. Okay, a lot of you write to me and message me because you say, Wanda, I can't believe what you just wrote just there, what you spoke about. Oh my God, it was so timely. Thank you very much. And that just makes my heart sing, because I know that what is for me is the same for you, but it may be not the same issue, but the answer is the same. Does that make sense? And that answer itself can have a bit of breadth to it, that it makes perfect sense to you. And sometimes we might need to hear that maybe, you know, 3 or 4 times before it actually sinks in, before we actually believe it. All right. So while we're in our mind thoughts up here and we want to believe something, because maybe in one way, guys, we don't believe that the answers are within us, because we're always looking out there for that shiny dollar or for that shiny star, going, yeah, well, what is it? You know, I think back in the olden days, when you think about it, people in prayer would look beyond themselves. They'd pretend they'd sort of had that vision that they were praying to God, but in actual fact, they were asking that answer within themselves. So I hope that makes sense. So today's card, welcome everybody who's hopped on. Ted, how are you? Lovely. Sharon, did you have a good time? I read your post about that show that you went to. Helen, darling, welcome, beautiful girl. So proud of you, of the huge steps that you've taken. You know, Claire, darling, how are you? Claire, how are you? Wow, this is so cool. People, welcome, welcome. Okay, today's card, let me concentrate now. Okay, so what is really great for me right now? So I'm doing that. I'm practicing going within and listening to my soul. And when you don't listen to your inner guidance, you're not honoring that soul. It makes you feel bad. I've been feeling pretty bad about that. And I'm going to write about in my posts this week about what's been going on for me, because maybe it might reflect what's happening for you, you know, in your way. Okay, so here we go. Right, stop. All right. Oh my goshes, I love it. Look at this. Oh, this is the Sun. It is the major arcana card. What does this mean? There we have a little baby on a beautiful horse, a little boy or a little girl. They're sort of not gender specific there. And then he's got the sun around him. Now, the sun is like the Holy Grail. It means that all your wishes, everything that you have desired is coming to fruition. Oh, dear. That's beautiful. Sorry about that. I've been through a bit of shit lately. And it's really good to get a card like that. It's... Sorry. Okay, if you have been struggling, if you've had to make important decisions, if you've had to let go, if you've had to change your inner self, if you are stuck and you know deep down that you need to do the work to change, then you do it. Because this card is saying move forward. Do not go back to the past. Do not go back to old relationships that do not serve you. Take the leap and know that the universe has your back. And know that even though it's scary and uncomfortable and it feels really yuck and you feel sick in the stomach and you got a headache about it, stay in that space and feel the discomfort, and somehow with another within yourself reach for one tiny little emotion that just makes you feel a little bit better. And it could go something like this, and it goes one step at a time, one step at a time, and do the right thing for yourself. Learn to love yourself. Learn to listen to your inner guidance and honor that, whatever that might look like, because staying in a relationship or staying in a space or staying in a job or staying for the children or staying for the sake of whatever it is you think you need to do is the most dishonoring thing that you can do. And make a decision to move yourself away from the situation with grace. Why? Because this card has your back. It is the sun. It is the highest powered card of the tarot. That is bloody beautiful. Okay, so whatever decision you need to make and you're afraid to do it, or you've been going, do it. Just, that's all I can say, is just keep moving forward. And as you take that step forward, the future is revealed to you in tiny little things. So guys, wow. For me, wow. And for you, big wows. Okay, who am I going to read for today? Okay, Claire, I hope you're still on. Claire Hudson. Okay, so Claire Hudson, if you're still on, this card is for you, my love. Okay, here we are, darling. And if you're not, if you didn't know, if anyone knows Claire, let a reminder. I might have to remind her myself. Okay, here we are. This is for Claire, and we stop here. Ah, the Angel of Writing, Claire. This is for you, and it's Archangel Metatron, who's supporting you with love and wisdom. So what does this mean? Start that book that you are going to write. Start writing your poetry. Start getting creative in your writing. Start journaling your stuff down. Start writing down the feelings that you have. Why? Because once we write it down, we bring it into reality. It's no longer in our head, right? One of our leaders in the affiliate marketing that I do online, he was talking about that yesterday, that he walks around with a notebook every moment with a pen. Every day he's got his pen, he's got his phone, and he writes down things, because when we get those beautiful vibes, that inspiration, and if we don't write it down, we forget it. Seriously, because we've got 60, 70,000 thoughts going around our head on a daily basis. That's insane, don't you think? I remember Eric Ho talking about that we have that amount. I thought, oh my God, no wonder we can't get sort of where we want to be, because we're battling all those thoughts. That is why meditation is so important. Okay, so we get down to those thoughts and in alignment, get down to those little feelings that you have, those little nudges from the universe, from your own higher self that's telling you this. So the Archangel of Writing, Claire, my suggestion is maybe grab yourself a journal like this. I've got one right here. It's what I use. I'm nearly finished it. And just write down your thoughts, write down your perfect day, write down whatever is on your heart, and then start working with that. It's just wonderful. If you want some journaling tips from me, just PM me and say, yeah, Wanda, I'd love a PDF of your journaling tips, and it gives you a few ideas of where to start. journaling. I'm also going to be running a little money course later on down the track for you. I think I'm going to start that maybe with you guys in about 2 weeks' time. So if you're interested in that, and of course, as usual, I keep forgetting to tell everybody and put the link in for my YouTube channel, which means that you will get access to every single video, whether I do it in a group or whether I do it on Facebook or whether I do it alone, any trainings that I provide, any insights about intuition and your ideas about money, and all the things that I'm learning, I'm putting on YouTube. So if you want the link, post message me, or you might find it in future links, but it's called Wanda_Wisdom. Wanda_Wisdom, Wanda Wisdom. And I'm just sharing everything I know that's got me to this point in my life, the highlights, the not so highlights, everything, to share my life with you, to make your life more comfortable and knowing that you're always on the right track. Because if I can get to this age and be with this awareness, that means that you can do it too and live your life to the max. And sometimes it means getting uncomfortable, like I said. But look at these two beautiful cards we got today. Claire for writing for all of you. Remember to post message me if you want. If you put it in the message box, if you can do it, I can upload it and then send it to you straight away. That's why it's so much easier if you personal message me rather than in the feed. Does that make sense? Okay, so I can send you some journaling tips, okay, to get down to those feelings, because this has power, and this has power. Guys, we're back on track. I'm sorry about my little outburst. Sometimes the emotion just wells up and I can't turn the video off, so you're just going to have to deal with my sookiness. Guys, I hope that has been helpful today. I keep sliding in the chair. So have a beautiful day, whatever you're doing. Thank you so much, and keep an eye out for my April amazing tarot coaching readings if you're interested in that. So please let me know, and I am happy to help you along. Guys, in the meantime, as usual, have a beautiful day. Lots of love to you all, and take care. Bye for now.